Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies with Nerdist New You Bully. I'm your host, Leroy, aka Sex with Chocolate, with my co-host.
Yeah, this is Eli, aka Twinkie the Kid.
Do you know what Twinkie means? It's a slang
Uh,
term, but don't worry about it. Just Google it.
okay, yeah, I just like them.
Okay. I'm just saying, because I know when I put down list that I meant to put live podcast coming late, I used to put down love podcast coming late, so I don't want people thinking they're getting something that we don't do, Yeah, so just let everybody know that, yes, we are running late. We normally record at night. We're recording late on a Monday, mainly because I had shit to do. I had to work. So that happened. I know everybody thinks we're world famous podcasters. The money and the women just come just like that. Nah, we still gotta go to work. Yeah, that's how it goes.
World famous podcasts.
Right. We are not Joe Rogan.
We are not. No. Nope.
Let me say, and this podcast is brought to you by Soul Glow.
There you go.
Yes, I'm having hair envy because this is Gomer.
Just
and he
keep that up the whole time. Let's just keep that.
Just keep that up to that need to be the background in the background right there. Brought to you by. So yeah, I'm having envy because I can never grow my hair like that. Because whenever I try to, this shit ended up looking like that. So nothing I can do about that. So, oh yeah. Anyway, cut off. I don't want to get flagged, even though I know we already did. Oh, also want to say national. What is it? International Women's Day. Happy International Women's Day.
Okay. All right. Sure.
I think that's a thing. I feel bad, Eli, because the first time I knew about that was from Deadpool.
Oh, really?
I didn't know there was a thing. Also, I didn't know pegging was a thing before Deadpool either. So when I saw it,
educational. You get
educational. So when I first saw the movie and I saw that happen, I was like, well, that's not real. That's not a thing people do. And then I went to the dark webs and I was like, oh shit, that is a thing. So yeah, so I linked both of those together, International Women's Day with Deadpool. I was gonna get the clip, but I was running late. Who we got?
Somebody in the house already?
Gabriel Lorenzo. Hola, what's going on? Oh, he's talking about the Deadpool thing also. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Gabriel. Yeah, so Eli, you just want to jump into the movie reviews, just get right into the podcast? Like I said, we really had too much
sure.
stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and
I can't. I'm trying to share out the link, but Big Willie's doing one of his shows right now, so he's hogging the channel.
He's always doing a show. Just change it to the Big Willie face group page.
So yeah, I gotta get. Maybe I should join our own page.
Yeah, that would help. We need the numbers, Eli. I mean, if you wouldn't mind.
Here we go. I found it.
Like, share, subscribe, yeah. Eli. Oh, anyway, right, while you doing that, I'm gonna link
out now.
Okay, while you doing it, I'm gonna just go ahead, just filibuster. Just go ahead, go to the next part of the podcast. So, like I said, we watched a movie this week. We don't just do comic books. Hell, we rarely do comic books here. We actually talk about whatever we want to talk about. And this weekend,
we do comic books, but no one. Yeah, we do comics, but no one gives a shit.
Yeah, so if I say we don't do it, you wouldn't know. Everybody just assumes we do. Oh man, and yeah, anybody sharing us link to review your comic book and your indie comic, we're not gonna do it. I'm sorry. You don't want us to do it. Because we're assholes. This shit sucks. We're not going to be free promotion for you. I'm just letting you know that now. Unless it's good. So send it at your own risk. Anyway, what are we talking about? Yeah, we saw a movie this weekend. Well, I saw a movie. Eli, did you get a chance to see it? Or
I saw this. I did watch it.
Okay, cool. All right, so we got a chance to see Coming to America 2 dropped on Amazon this week. No, not Coming to America. Coming to America. I always mess that up. To America 2 times. So yeah, like I said, this movie dropped, and I guess I'll just go ahead and start. Eli, I didn't watch this movie, I think, until Sunday, the day we were supposed to record. I think.
Okay.
No, it's not Sunday, Saturday. I saw it Saturday because Sunday I was doing something, so Saturday I saw it, and I was scared to watch the movie because Coming to America 1, the first one, is my favorite comedy of all time, like bar none. It is the top. Like it's other ones, but that is the top for me. So I saw it, and I heard Coming to America 2, and like I said, anytime they make a sequel 20 years, 10 years, 30 years after the first movie, it's always a bad sign. I'm just like, do I really want to watch this? Do I really want to, hurt the memory of the movie that I saw before? And then I'm seeing like Facebook reviews and Twitter reviews, and everybody just trashing the movie, So that didn't make me want to watch it anymore anyway. So I'm like, do I even want to put myself through this, But I decided to go put it in the background while I was reading comics, that Keanu Reeves comic we're going to talk about later on. And I was just reading in the background. I was like, and actually, honestly, like, it had my attention the whole time. It had my attention. Greatest movie ever made? No. Is it the movie that carries the tradition of the first movie? No, it's not as good as the first one. But I did find myself enjoying the movie. I tempered my expectations. I enjoyed the movie for what it was. Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall were back at it. I feel like they're still both at the top of the game. Like, they haven't lost a step, when they're in the movie. And that's one of the criticisms I had about the movie. You got new characters in the movie. Now, all of the old actors that we recognize, like Wesley Snipes, this is the second straight movie that he has stolen the movie from Eddie Murphy. And like I said, he did in Dolomite My Name, which is actually a much better movie with Eddie Murphy. So definitely go watch that. Who else? Leslie Jones. Leslie Jones was funny in this one. I always like Leslie Jones. Everybody give her a hard time, but I actually like her in this movie. The problem was with the new cast, and that's the problem always with these movies. Anytime they do a sequel so many decades after the first movie, and they do it with they mix it up with the old cast, with the new cast, it's the new cast that always lags behind. Especially, spoiler alert, the son in the movie. Eddie Murphy has a son. I'm not going to tell you what happened with that, but he has a son in the movie. And honestly, I thought he was the weakest part of the movie. Not to say he was a bad actor, but when you got, you playing against Eddie Murphy, you playing against Arsenio Hall, you playing against all these, high-level comedians, you got to come with your A game, and I don't think he was up to the task. And if he was just like barely in the movie, I would have been okay with that. But he was like the heavy focus of the movie. It almost became his movie in the second half. So when it's his movie and you really don't give a shit about what he's doing, you can feel the movie dipping. Because I watched the movie twice, and the first time when I started watching the first,
well, God bless you.
I did, man. I had to watch just to make sure, And so I watched it, and I was just like, when does this movie start dipping? Because the first 20 minutes were like that. I was entertained with, when In Vogue and Salt and Pepper and the funeral scene. I thought that was funny. But then the movie started dipping. I was like, where's it dipping? Every time he shows up, it's him. Every time he shows up, the movie starts dipping. But the movie, it's kind of hard for me to say, because I don't know if the nostalgia got me in the movie, and I think that it did get me, and I think the movie played on that, because it was a ton of old jokes that were from the first movie just recycled. They may have been twisted around to flip it with gender roles or with present day time, stuff like that. I saw the jokes coming, and I was just like, I know it's coming. I know the setup. I already know the punchline coming. You know what? I laughed anyway. I mean, because hell, I can quote Coming to America, quotes right now, and everybody in the room would still laugh. Hey, we made friends growing up, quoting Coming to America. So you still tell those same jokes, they're still going to land. I mean, if you tell them right. So overall, how I feel about the movie, it was a watchable movie. It should be only watched once. I made the mistake of watching it twice, but it should only be watched once, I feel. It is not as, I don't think it's a worthy successor to Coming to America, but it's something to watch. Honestly, it's not even really like a movie. It's more like a family reunion. You just see people just popping up. And this movie proves that black don't crack, because everybody almost looked the exact same like 30 years ago. Hell, Eddie Murphy's wife, the Queen, probably is hotter in this movie than she was 30 years ago. So, but that's all I got. Eli, you want to add anything? Or
you put way more thought into that than I did.
It's Coming to America. I just can't say, it's all right. Now, if it was any other movie, I'd just say, fuck it, But it's Coming to America, so I at least had to make sure I collect my thoughts before I said anything about this movie.
I laughed a few times. I thought it was all right. But yeah, I mean, I love the first movie. This is not the first movie. It did rely heavily on nostalgia. And yeah, I thought it was okay. I watched it once. I did laugh. Yeah, Leslie Tompkins.
That's
Jones.
Batman, man.
That's Batman. Leslie Jones.
See, we are a comic book podcast.
Yeah, she was funny. Yeah, she's probably the best part of the movie for me. Was her. In fact, I think the only times I laughed was when she said.
When she showed right.
But yeah, I understood all the references, all the old, even the twins. My name is Sheila, and I'm the best. All that shit. They got those motherfuckers back. I mean, yeah, they went deep. So if you're a fan of the first movie, yeah, you will understand all the, the references and stuff. So yeah, I mean, like you said, yeah, it was cool to come back and revisit the world. And but yeah, I thought there was nothing iconic. They didn't really build on anything.
That's another thing. Somebody was asking, like, were there any quotables in this movie? And I think it may be too early to tell, but I don't think so.
But the first one, it gave us Soul Glow, it gave us Sexual Chocolate, it gave us, all those all those cool quotes, and and this one, yeah, it just kind of went through the motions as far as yeah. So I don't know.
I
thought it was I'll give it a solid I.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Also, it doesn't need to be anything more than that. It was just That's all it was.
Yeah.
Wasn't bad. I know a lot of people are trashing the movie right now. There's no reason to trash the movie.
It's the internet. It's either
It's the internet. It's binary. It's ones and zeros. We say this all the time.
Yeah.
It's the best thing ever, the worst thing ever. It can't be both.
Yeah.
So there was a deep cut reference so deep I don't think anybody caught it, because remember that Coming to America and Trading Places both exist in the same cinematic universe.
Well, yeah. What's their faces? I forget their names. The rich guy.
Duke and Duke.
Yeah.
So their grandson is in, and he's the writer from Saturday Night Live was playing him in there, and all the jokes. I thought their part was funny too when he was. But anyway, so it was a few laughs in there that got me, and I was like, okay, that's funny. I could deal with it. But like I said, it was a one-time laugh, nothing I'd go back to. Honestly, if we weren't reviewing it, Eli, I probably would have forgot I watched it, because
my brother loved it. He's calling it a classic, but
what? That better not be him right now. Hold on, let me.
T. Who's this now?
That better not be Fat T right now.
No,
Fat T,
that's Frank.
not be,
it's Frank. Frank's in the house.
Okay, you love it, Frank.
My buddy Frank.
Oh, you know Frank. Okay,
what up, Frank? Yeah.
Okay. He said you love it, Eli.
I guess. Okay, sure.
Oh, people got bills too. Shit was good.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my thing. Like I said, they had the Duke and Duke reference, real deep cut. The oldest daughter, Kiki Lane, she had screen presence. She's gonna be a thing.
I would have liked some more of her. Yeah,
like she wasn't.
Or maybe I just
comedian.
wanted some Black Panther shit, and I wanted to, I wanted like the Dora Milaje to just show up and start taking out the.
Right. Instead of Wesley Snipes, like, you're Blade, man. You could take Arsenio Hall. Come on. Oh, man. But there was a lot of stuff in there. Like I said, and there is a lot of this movie that reminds me of Black Panther. But at the same time, it's a lot about Black Panther that remind people of Coming to America.
Oh, yeah. I remember seeing, like pictures from like Black Panther premiere parties and stuff, and I remember
people were confused. They thought they thought it was Zamunda. They thought Wakanda was Zamunda.
I remember seeing two people cosplaying as Akeem and Joffrey.
Joffrey Joffrey with the lions, right?
Yeah,
it's the same movie. Eli, I guarantee you, if Coming to America was in the theater, you know how everybody you had to get dressed up to go see the movie. Coming to America 2 would have been the exact same way. I'm telling you. Whether the movie was good or not, it would have been the same way. People would have been dressed like, what am I going to wear to the premiere? You got to dress up like you're going to Zamunda, So, because that's how much people.
Those $100 Nikes, yeah.
Right. You gotta go. And that's the thing. I think people love the first movie so much they are kind of going out of the way to defend this movie when it doesn't need to be defended. If anything, this is more of the problem that Hollywood is doing, just rehashing old shit that don't need to be rehashed. Yes, the movie makes a joke about that, but just because you make a joke about it, don't mean that you're not falling to the same prey. That doesn't excuse you from that. That makes it even worse. The fact that you're admitting it.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine. I mean, yeah, I was entertained for a little bit. It's not the piece of shit that everyone's saying that it is,
Right. But at the same time,
it's not woke enough or whatever. I saw some other crap about it, like, well, whatever,
Yeah. And then I'm actually seeing the exact opposite. Now you got those think pieces, people coming out. Well, the first Coming to America wasn't that good either. Block. Delete and report. Get the fuck off. Al Gordon.
Yeah.
What was
it says the person born in 1998. Yeah.
Right. Get the fuck off Al Gore's God Green internet. Talking that shit.
Yeah,
Oh man, can we move on to the next one?
sure.
Okay, yeah. All right. Oh, my review 3.5 out of 5. Let's move on from there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Let's go with the WandaVision season finale. Here's the thing. Eli, this was so long ago. I think people forgot.
I forgot. I watched
Right. That's the thing. That's how fast the
Coming
internet
to America
moves.
made me forget about WandaVision.
Right. Now, if we did this on Sunday, it would be fresh. But on Monday, we're just like, whatever. Okay, yeah, it was another superhero thing. And just wait until the next one comes along. So let's try to collect our thoughts, Eli, if we can remember anything that happened in this one. Let me ask you, were you, how on a scale of 1 to 10, how pissed are you?
How pissed am I at WandaVision?
Yeah, yes.
I'm not
Because
pissed at all.
it's the internet. It's the internet. Everybody's pissed now.
Yeah, man. I got man balls here. I don't got soft
I mean,
baby nuts.
it's similar to it's similar to a nice warm stew from Friday to now. Because everybody Friday were like, oh, okay, but now that everybody's over the weekend back to work, now they're like, it sucked, I hated it. And of course, you know why? Because of the fan theories.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody expected on the last episode that they were going to introduce Nightmare, Mephisto, Ultron, Reed Richards, played as John Krasinski, the X-Men. Did I say Ultron? They thinking all these people were going to be in this movie in the last episode. Just shoved in there all of a sudden while they doing all this other bullshit going on. And then when they didn't get that, now they hate everything. Now they like, what the fuck? First off, Marvel never gave you these expectations. It was going to be, that's you doing this shit. That you blaming yourself for what Marvel is doing. And plus, on top of it, and it's not just people, because these dumbass YouTube clickbait websites are always spreading this false information out there also. Either it's false information that they just completely missed the fan theory, just completely missed it. Oh, this guy's Mephisto. That's Mephisto. That fly on the wall's Mephisto. That ball on the ground is Mephisto. The dog's Mephisto. The bunny's Mephisto. Everybody's Mephisto. Nobody was Mephisto. And now you're mad because there was no Mephisto. All right, here we go. You have the nerve.
Put that picture back up.
Hey, Gomer, we got a commercial for you. Oh, man, no. Oh.
There's Mephisto right there.
That's this. Anyway, so Marvel now, did Marvel troll us a little bit, Eli? Yes, they did troll us. They did troll us a little bit. A little bit. Because of Paul Bettany, because he came out and said that I'm going to work with the greatest actor I've always want to work with all my life. He's the best actor. He's so handsome and gorgeous. I'm not gay, but if I had a hall pass, it would be this guy. So we're like, who is it? Who could it be? Benedict Cumberbatch? Magneto? Hugh Jackman? It was himself. That's what he was talking about the whole time. And then he came out the Friday before. He was like, the internet kind of ran with what I said a little bit, So,
yeah, that's what y'all get.
Now, as far as the Elizabeth Olsen thing, they just completely ran with this shit. They asked her, Luke Skywalker showed up in The Mandalorian, and it was the greatest thing of all time. Does WandaVision have anything to compete with that? She's like, oh yeah, we got something that the fans will like. That's all she said. That's all she said. People took that yes that she said it there, ran with it. Luke Skywalker playing Mephisto is going to show up in this TV show because she said it. I'm like, no, didn't say that. No Blue Marvel showed up. No Reed Richards showed up. And Eli, did I not say in the very first episode of this WandaVision thing that everybody's fan theory sucked and was wrong? I said that. And I said everybody was going to get pissed off about it. And what happened? Everybody got pissed off about it. Because they wrote this script in their head and Marvel didn't take their advice. It was a red herring.
I just feel you. Now Marvel fans know what it's like to be Star Wars fans.
But it's just fandom in general. I said this before. You can't misdirect fans because fans, they pay their money to go see this and they expect this, and this. And if they don't get that, then they're upset. Whether it's their fan theory or whether it's something they don't get regardless. Let's see. Wonder will be. If the Snyder cut suck, it's Agatha's fault.
So, yeah, she'll be like in black and white and shit. Yeah,
because it's never Zack Snyder's fault.
Smoke and shit.
Right, because it's never Zack Snyder's fault. Anytime he makes a shitty movie, it's always somebody else. It's always Joss Whedon or Jeff Johns or Ray Fisher. It's never Zack Snyder, the dude that actually made the fucking movie. But anyway, But yeah, my thing about this is that everybody wanted all this shit in this TV show when the show was called WandaVision. So people are mad because the last episode was about Wanda and Vision. What the fuck? I mean, nobody promised you Magneto. Nobody promised you John Wick and no shit like that. Like, this is if you paid attention to the episode and everything that was going on, especially, let's go back to Quicksilver for a second. They explained that Quicksilver wasn't Quicksilver back like 2 or 3 episodes ago in WandaVision. If you just paid attention, especially when Wanda Blast, you're like, okay, this guy is not this guy. He act nothing like Quicksilver from the X-Men movies. He acted nothing like Quicksilver from the Avengers movie. Something was off. But people want to ignore what the show is telling them and listen to some asshole on We Got This Covered or Mikey Hutton or whatever that dude's name is or some other asshole YouTuber instead of actually paying to the show.
Stop endorsing motherfuckers.
Okay, let me stop. Who? Let me stop watching this podcast and listen to them.
Yeah, they're gonna go check out those guys.
Oh man, she killed a fake kid. She had to.
They weren't there to begin with.
But that's the thing. But the feeling was real. It's like wrestling, WWE. You know it's not real, but it feels real.
I mean, the only thing, if we're going to get into fuck everybody and fuck their fucking fan theories and shit. Let's talk about the fucking show.
Can we talk about the show? Because I thought this was a commercial for another show. That's the thing I got pissed off about.
Whatever everybody else thought about the show.
Every reviewer never talked about this show, this episode. They always talk about the episode after the episode that aired. I'm like, what the fuck? Talk about this episode. You know, but yeah,
I mean,
talk about this episode.
My only gripe, I mean, I loved it. I was on board this fucking whole fucking time. I still say this is like the best thing the MCU has done. But my only thing that as far as like the payoff, or an emotional payoff, I feel like, yes, they're not there. And yes, we see Vision die again. It's like the third fucking time we're seeing Vision die.
He's getting into Uncle Ben, the Wayne's territory now.
Yeah, we've seen Vision die like 3 times now, but he's still not dead because he put his memory into White Vision. So White Vision is probably going to return, and so she's not so none of the deaths are really final. You know what I mean? And this whole if this whole thing was about mourning and getting over trauma and grief and all that and overcoming all of that, then it's kind of a cop-out if they're going to come back anyways. You know what I'm saying?
I disagree with you there, Eli. I disagree with you because, yes, White Vision is here, and, yes, he has his memories back. And that's the whole thing I liked about what they were doing with that final battle was that because I've come to kill the Vision. And he was like, I'm not the Vision. You're like, well, am I the Vision? Maybe. Because the thing is that...
Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, that was... And actually that's from the comics, like that whole Ship of Theseus thing. That's from the comics, that Vision versus Vision doing that shit. But anyway, the point I was trying to make is that in the comics, White Vision has all the memories, or Spectre Vision. I know somebody's gonna get up our ass about calling him White Vision. Whatever, fuck you, nerd. I don't care. Look, so he has the memories, but he doesn't have the emotional connection or attachment with them. So yes, this White Vision is gonna show up, and he remembers everything that happened. He remembers getting killed by Thanos. He remembers Wanda. But he probably no longer loves Wanda. He probably has no longer a feeling or attachment for Wanda. Well, not right now. But if he becomes, like Vision always evolved, which is why he was able to fucking cry in this, which was awesome.
Right. Which is also from the comics. Yeah. In the story, the android may cry or whatever the fuck you call it.
Yeah. And it's like, I was kind of like DC. Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying he's probably going to come back and he could probably learn to love her the way the original Vision did. And I'm just saying that hanging over the air is sort of, nullifies the whole point.
We don't know that.
The point of it,
We don't know that.
They
might go a different direction.
Maybe White Vision's never going to return. Who knows?
I mean, no, he'll be back. White Vision will be back. Paul Bennett's going to re-sign his contract. We know that.
I'm just saying. I was like, it's sort of like the show is about overcoming grief and trauma, and and it left it. Oh, well, you know what? Your true love is going to return someday. So don't get over your grief. That's all I'm trying to say.
Honestly,
that's my only gripe. That's my only thing,
Well, what about the other thing? Because, like I said, she got the Darkhold at the end, and when her astral form was reading the Darkhold, you could hear Tommy and Billy screaming.
Yeah.
So she might. That might be what the next Doctor Strange movie is about. Her going to get her kids. Now, I'm having a fan theory that she knows her kids in hell. She's going to kick down the devil's door in hell, drag her kids out there, and she's going to kick whoever's ass in front of her that is taking her kids, including the devil, Mephisto, Satan, whatever you want to call it. But we know it's not going to happen. It's a nice thing. But at the same time, my feelings are going to get crushed, and I'm not going to feel like, Marvel destroyed my childhood just because I wrote a script that they didn't pay attention to,
Yeah, this is all just set, what they're setting up other shit. They're not setting up more Wanda shit. They're setting up Blade because Blade.
Right.
They're setting up Blade. They're setting up Doctor Strange. That's all it is,
Right. Because vampires came from the dark hole.
That's
so Disney don't use the word here. No, they're gonna use Home for Infinite Losers like Dragon Ball. HAIL.
Everyone's saying do you hear that thing? Like, oh, Disney won't do this and won't do that. They won't show Mephisto because of China and blah 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 blah.
They almost banned Doctor Strange
and all this shit. And it's like, well, for one thing, Disney Plus isn't even in China. Neither is YouTube and a bunch of other shit, So
just do whatever you want to do.
Yeah. So that all this whole notion that that Marvel won't use Mephisto because they're afraid China will censor it is all bullshit.
But at the same time, you and I both know that Disney is trying to get in China. They're not there yet, but they're trying to make sure they don't fuck it up if Phase 4.
Just remember, Hocus Pocus is on Disney Plus, so China will ban that too.
They will. Like I said, they should have banned. No, they did ban Ghostbusters. Like the last one.
You know what?
Which we should have also. What's that?
I found out that The Dark Knight was not released in China.
Really? Well, that was
because of what's his name? Because he goes to Hong Kong and gets that fucking senator. What's his name? The Asian guy.
The calculator.
It made the Chinese government look bad, and Batman invades China basically, and so they would not release The Dark Knight in China
because Batman goes there and kick the shit out of some crooked. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's showing the Chinese government in a corrupt light, and that's why it was censored. So,
wow, talk about snowflakes. Anyway, but let's go back to Quicksilver for a second. Now, everybody's saying that this is the misdirection. This is the red herring. Yes, this is a red herring. Yes, this is Kevin Feige trolling us. He is definitely doing that. However, he did not promise us. Ralph Boner.
It was a dick joke in the end.
It's a dick joke. That's all he's there for. Boner. So that's all. He's some weedhead actor that just was there to stay next door to Wanda anyway. Agatha just came over, took over his house, brainwashed him, blah blah blah, whatever. She knew he didn't look like Pietro, but she was like, Wanda's hair's so fucked up, it don't even matter anyway. Just sit him over there. She'll believe whatever she want to believe because she's crazy. She's nuts. She took advantage of her mental health. But anyway, that's beside the point. The point is Quicksilver. Or Petro, whatever you want to call it. I forgot where I was going with this. Where was I going with this, Eli? Okay, it was a misdirection. It was stunt casting. That's what it was. It was stunt casting. Now, yes, people are saying that, if Kevin Feige promised me the X-Men with this, why are you wasting this? It's no different from Lana Lang in Superman 3 back in the 80s playing Superman's mom in Smallville. There's no different. Nobody saw that and were like, oh shit, the universe is about to collapse. Nobody did that. It was just stunt casting. That's all. People do that shit all the time. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Melinda May's mom was the first Asian Bond girl back in Sean Connery days, stuff like that. And she made a comment, when all that Hydra S.H.I.E.L.D. went down, shit like that. She said to May, my organization would never let this happen. Nobody freaked out. They're like, oh shit, what does it mean? What does it mean? It was just a thing. And that's all this is. It is a thing. Now, because everybody else's imagination ran away with what was going on, that's your problem. Especially since the very next episode, if you pay attention, they debunked it. But like I said, people just want to pay attention to YouTube, not actually watch the show. What do we got? Nobody gives a fuck about Superman's mom, though. Martha! That's like, so Batman and Superman ends their fight by screaming Martha, and Vision in their fight by having a philosophy session. Oh man. We never did actually talk about the show, did we?
No, we still haven't. You keep talking about all the fan theories.
My fault. Okay, let's talk about the episode and then move on from this.
Movie's hair. That's a luxurious hairdo, man. I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
Mutton chops. You do some mutton chops.
That was a thing in the 70s, but it's no longer the 70s.
My shit don't grow that long. I try to do mutton chops.
You can do it. You can do mutton chops.
But they don't grow that long. Then they start turning white and shit. Then
I look
like old man Logan and shit, or
You know when the anti-monitor popped up on the CW's Crisis, he showed up with the mutton chops and shit. I was like, you know what? I can do that cosplay. He's black anyway, just some cornrows and shit, mutton chops. I've come to destroy the multiverse. That was Quicksilver. Oh yeah. I mean, but that's his hair in the comics. Not X-Men. Are we going to actually talk about the show?
Yeah, fuck it. I don't care anymore.
I don't even care anymore anyway. Good show.
It was dope.
Yeah, it stuck the landing for me. It met my expectations. Like I said, it gave you fans what we expected in the very first episode. It was lasers on lasers, witches on witches. People getting thrown through buildings, cars, blah, 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 whatever.
Best Superman fight ever again.
Right.
Marvel outdoing Superman in the actual Superman movie.
They're like, why can't DC just do this? They
yeah.
Another cool thing about the witch thing, and that just the fact that just how Wanda was beating Agatha. I thought that whole fight was awesome because so Agatha got Wanda beat on the witch shit, but Wanda beat her by her Avengers training. All the shit all the shit she learned from the Avengers. Think on her feet. Use your surroundings. All this shit that she was learning from Cap and Nat and Hawkeye and stuff like that. Just because when I thought that she was throwing her witch powers and she was missing, I thought she was just tired. I didn't know she was actually missing her on purpose to throw runes around and shit. Learn the shit that she learned. So I'm like, okay, that's pretty fucking cool. So yeah, and the whole thing, the first 30 minutes of it was a whole Incredibles episode. Anyway, it was like a live action Incredibles. Even down to the point where Monica Rambeau
they finally gave us the superhero beat 'em up shit that everyone was expecting from the get-go.
In the first episode. They finally gave it to us here.
Yeah, wasn't Falcon Winter Soldier supposed to come out first?
It was, which is going to be weird now.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be your straightforward Marvel fighty fight shit. Yeah. Where this is that weird high concept shit.
Yeah, that's what people were expecting. People were expecting, men in tights punching each other, and it turned out to be this cerebral emotional journey, which is why I loved it, and then but now was it next week we're gonna get Falcon and Winter Soldier, and that's gonna be the more standard superhero fare,
well week after. But here's the problem, Eli, you're watching it, I'm not watching it.
Oh really?
Here's the reason. Here's the point. Here's
are you getting rid of Disney Plus again? You really don't want to keep Disney Plus, do you?
No. I'm keeping Disney Plus. Netflix is on its last straw, though. But I'm keeping Disney Plus. The Snyder Cut comes out 2 weeks from now.
You can't watch both? Oh,
it's 4 fucking hours.
Well, fuck the Snyder Cut. You seen that shit? You know what that's gonna be.
I seen 2 hours of it. I haven't seen the other 2 hours of it.
The only extra shit is just gonna be in those fucking trailers. You saw Darkseid. That's the only Darkseid shit. It ain't they're gonna have. He's not gonna fight anybody.
True, he's gonna just show up and look mean and shit. That's all. Yeah. But still, I gotta watch it. Once I watch that 4 hours of shit, I'm gonna be spent. I don't have enough energy left to watch anything else. So
okay, you watch the Snyder Cut. I'll watch fucking Falcon.
Right. Okay, we split this way. That way, when next week, 2 weeks from now, when we meet up, I have my assignment. You have your assignment. And everything you say about Falcon, I'm like, oh shit, really? That happened? Cool.
Because I really don't give 2 fucks about the Snyder Cut.
I do want to watch the Captain America Winter Soldier, whatever this shit is, but I'm just gonna be exhaused from it. It's gonna take too much out of me.
I thought the Justice League was fine. I don't fucking care. Even though it was all orange. Oh yeah, remember how everyone was bitching about how the Justice League was all red and orange at the end, and then WandaVision's red and
purple and blue and all that shit.
Shit. Yeah, I don't really give a shit about the Snyder Cut.
Anyway,
it just looks like it's going to be another. Yeah. Zack Snyder.
A Zack Snyder movie, yeah.
Zack Snyder fucking slog.
I'm kind of just ready for the internet to just, I don't know, to just get whatever reaction it is, just to eat each other.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be like fucking 2015 all over again.
Exactly.
The movie sucked. No, it didn't. It had the mother box in it.
Black Superman suit.
Oh my god, parademons are in the movie. Best movie ever. Like,
oh man, can't wait, Eli. I can't wait.
Comic fans, you know that one? You know that thing that I know from the comics? It's in that movie. Therefore, it's awesome.
Aha! My value of Justice League International 35 just went up. Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Anyway, that's 2 weeks from now. Let's move on to the next thing. Now, I know you don't give a shit about this, Eli, but I think I do need to talk about this because Space Jam is coming back. Okay. And this movie is getting all kinds of controversy. Like, all kinds. Like, every time you turn around and hit the news, some other shit has popped up about Space Jam. But here's what I think is controversial nobody's talking about. LeBron James. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing about LeBron James. Here's the thing about LeBron James. Yeah, you lost
me here, man. I am so not a fan.
I'm just saying that when they first made this movie, you know, Michael Jordan was all beloved and he was unequivocally the best basketball player in the league at the time. LeBron James actually is not the best basketball player in the league right now. He might not even be top 5. He may be the oldest player in the league, but not the best because they got all these new guys popping up. Luka, Steph Curry, the Greek Freak. But I get it. They don't have the name. They don't have that box office, you know, put your butts in the seats thing. So that's why we got to go LeBron. Plus, this whole thing is commercial anyway. It's a commercial for Warner Brothers and it's a commercial for LeBron James. Just like the first movie was a commercial for Warner Brothers and a commercial for Michael Jordan. But here's the thing. They're expanding on this one, Eli. So it's not just Bugs Bunny and Looney Tunes like that. In this movie, they said they have the whole catalog of Warner Brothers playing with this one. So. Oh,
really? So like Batman's going to be in this?
More than likely, yeah. I mean, probably. I think they already confirmed Wonder Woman's in it. You know, Wonder Woman's going to be in it. I think Space Ghost is in one of the pictures in the background. You know, who? Yeah, they even say like Neo from the Matrix might show up. You know, like this basically might be. Yeah, it's basically like Warner Brothers version of Ready Player One. They're saying that's what this might be. You know.
Well, Ready Player was, I believe, was Warner Brothers.
Oh,
Batman was in Ready Player.
Batman's in everything. He was in Lego. It's like the Lego movie. That's basically what it is.
Yeah, like the Lego movie or Batman Lego movie. You know, too. Where the fucking Phantom Zone, not the Phantom Zone. The Phantom Zone, right? Phantom Zone's DC, right?
Phantom Zone's DC is Superman. But don't ask me about Lego movie because I do not remember. All I remember is the Crip Press song. Anything is awesome. Everything is awesome. And
the Lego Batman movie where the Phantom Zone got busted open and all the like villains came out at the end.
Yeah, that did happen. I forgot that happened. Okay, well, I guess. But that's one controversy. My controversy, just the fact that LeBron James in here when his team is like on a 5-game losing streak and he's not even the best player on his own team right now. But he's supposed to save Toon Land from whatever the fuck they're doing, you know. But anyway,
I don't know shit about that. I suck at basketball. I can't make a basketball for shit.
I do too, but I keep up with it.
Not even at Chuck E. Cheese, where you get to try to.
Where you do that thing and you can't.
I suck at basketball. Can't dribble, can't shoot. Yeah.
Okay, but that's not the controversy. That's one of the controversies. The main controversy that hit was because they have an updated version of Lola Bunny. Okay. Now, if you
I don't know who that is.
Did you not watch the first Space Jam?
I did, like a long time ago. The one with Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
I watched it 20 years ago.
Okay, memorize the scripts and lines is hard work. It is. That's why I started to write shit down. But fuck it anyway. But here's the thing. This is what Lola Bunny used to look like. And that's what she looks like now. So the internet is losing their shit right now.
Wait, the one on the left is what she used to look like?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's what she look like now. So everybody, not everybody, but you know, the usual are freaking out right now. Let's see what happens. Nerds need to fat. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So you got a whole bunch of 40-year-old neck beard nerds complaining on the left because they can't jack off to a cartoon rabbit anymore. You know, Warner Brothers won't get my money anymore. This movie had been fucking made for you. I watched the movie when I was 10. It's made for 10-year-olds. You know, maybe 10-year-olds don't want to see a big titty rabbit walking around and shit like that. You know, did you think about that? You know, and plus, the titties ain't even that big. I think our minds will warp that we think that that's what she looks like, in the past now. But she
Yeah,
doesn't
man.
look like that.
Yeah, I remember like when I was a kid and shit, and
Yeah.
like chicks that got naked in movies, like oh my damn, those are huge, and I look at them now, I'm like those ain't shit compared to
Right.
the chicks these days.
I mean, we were smaller,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, she's a woman. She's 22.
Yeah, my head was listed like this big back then.
Right. So of course you're gonna think about that. But yeah, this is nothing to be concerned about. It was honestly, Eli, here's the thing. When I did research for this, I had to go into the deepest, darkest webs.
Huh?
Yeah, this is not the research I wanted to do because I forgot about Rule 34. Eli, I seen some shit. I can't unsee it. There is a whole lot of bunch of rabbit Lola Bunny art out there that I want to just wish I could just bleach my eyes right now and just unsee. But it's there. So I don't know what the hell is wrong with these people. Hold on, let me see. How they redesign it to the show too. Outrage just now catching up. Nobody watched that show.
Gomer knows.
Gomer watched the show.
Gomer been pulling it to her for a fucking decade.
Like we're late on the outrage. He was already outraged a while ago. or better yet, he's in the acceptance part now. He's over it. But that's not the only. There's another outrage, Eli.
Over this movie?
Over this movie, yes. There's a matter of fact, it's an even bigger outrage than rabbit titties.
Titties. Is this the rabbit titties they're talking about?
Yes.
I saw some shit about rabbit titties on the internet, and I don't know what it was because I don't, me.
Because you're like, do I really want to find out what that is? I don't think so.
Yeah.
But that's not
between
that's not
Mr. Potato Head and Dr. Seuss, and then now rabbit tits, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck anymore.
Right, but here's the thing: Pepe Le Pew.
Oh, I did hear something about this.
Pepe Le Pew has been canceled.
Yeah, he's a raper or something.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Eli. You saw the cartoons growing up. Look at that. That's when I looked at it. I was like, you know what? Now I get it. I see it.
I thought he was more of like bestiality.
Well, I mean,
because that's a cat he's trying to fuck.
That's a cat, but he's a polecat. It's the same thing. Quarter counter. Oh, this is rabbit. This is the rabbit titty story. Yeah. So that's my whole thing about that. So yeah. So Pepe Le Pew
you're the one who tells me all this shit that I don't give a fuck.
It was a big thing, man. I saw it. I was just like, I got to talk about this rabbit titty shit, man, because people are just really upset over this shit for no reason. But the Pepe Le Pew thing like really took off because the thing was he was in the original Space Jam. But they made a statement today. Warner Bros. Made a statement that he will not be in Space Jam because somebody made an article in New York Times saying that he normalizes rape culture, and I was like, well, I don't know. Yeah,
that's a stretch.
It's a stretch, but here's the thing.
Okay,
Pepe Le Pew has been on the radar for a while now. Chappelle 20 years ago. That stand-up came out 20 years ago when Dave Chappelle basically said that Pepe Le Pew was a rapist, and people are just not catching on.
He was joking though.
He was joking, but the way he said it, he was just like, you know what, he makes a good point. But he said it 20 years ago, like on his earliest stand-up, And people are freaking out, Pepe Le Pew, what's next gonna be canceled? Speedy Gonzalez? Man, they canceled Speedy Gonzalez like 10 years ago. Y'all are fucking late, man.
Speedy Gonzalez is funny though.
Speedy, some people were on to the who.
Funnier though.
There was outrage about Speedy Gonzalez about 10 years ago. I remember that. There's always some guy that makes a blog or a post and then everybody just goes up in arms and shit, just like with Pepe Le Pew, But at the same time, Eli, I knew they was eventually going to get Pepe Le Pew. It was only a matter of time before they got Pepe Le Pew, So now that makes him the second person that was in Space Jam 1 that was not going to be in Space Jam 2. Because the first is R. Kelly.
Oh, shit, yeah.
He did that soundtrack, I Believe I Can Fly.
Why did they even bother making this movie?
Right, because LeBron James willed it into existence for no reason whatsoever. And this is just the first 4 days the movie out. The movie hadn't even came out yet, so imagine with the shit. Oh, you know what? Maybe they'll leave R. Kelly's song in there. We don't know.
They're gonna come after Bugs Bunny over his gender because he used to dress up and drag all the time.
No, if you go after Bugs Bunny, then you're transphobic. That's how it works nowadays. It's all confusing. It's just like fuck it, Oh man, that's all I gotta say about Space Jam. That's it. Like I said, I'm gonna watch it, but only because it's something I watch.
I watched that fucking shitty ass Tom and Jerry movie.
Did you? I was gonna watch it. I was gonna watch it, but I was just like,
Like when it was like when Tom and Jerry are on the screen, it's not bad, but when they're not, the movie sucks. Like I don't give a shit about the people. Like I didn't care about the wedding and all this shit.
Oh yeah, you not selling me on this movie.
Yeah,
so.
And that's what it was like Space Jam though, the anime or Roger Rabbit, the humans interacting with cartoons and shit.
Oh, like Alvin Chipmunks and all stuff like that. So
yeah,
okay,
so
cool, whatever. All right, Eli, you're up.
Why?
We're in the Vidja game section.
Oh, did you not watch this?
I didn't.
I'm
sorry. I did.
Well, it's an aliens game where only it's a co-op where you get to shoot aliens. So looks pretty cool. Okay. I hope there's basically, have you ever played Left 4 Dead?
Yeah, I played it.
Yeah, well, it's like that where you get you get like a 4-man team, or excuse me, 4-person team, and
SJW.
And you fight aliens and shit. It looked fine from what I saw. I just hope there's what I can't stand these days is all the online. You get like the only way to play the game is to be online. Like I can't like
like Avengers.
Like the Predator and like that new Predator game and shit, and like how that Friday the 13th game was for a while. Mm-hmm. I can't stand that shit. I hope that Evil Dead game isn't like that either, because that's how the Evil Dead is supposed to be, where you get a team to fight a bunch of monsters and shit. So that's my only thing, but it looked pretty cool. It's run around shooting aliens, so you get the different guns. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So looked cool, and it would be cool if you could like be an alien. Like in Left 4 Dead, where you got to be the different zombies.
Couldn't you do that on one of those games before?
That Aliens versus Predator that came out like around 10 years ago. Yeah, on the old Xbox 360 or whatever. You could play as a Marine or an alien or a Predator and shit. That was actually fun. That was fun. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It looks pretty cool. I saw the trailer. I'm like, that looked cool. But if it has its own co-op, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to have to rely on some asshole on the other side of the planet to play a game. You know what I mean? Sitting in the fucking lobby for 20 minutes waiting to play a game. That's whack.
Just like Avengers. You got 10 people online left playing the game, so I'm just sitting in the lobby just waiting for these people to show up. Nobody shows up. So
yeah.
You need more friends to play. We need more people that play that game. That's the thing.
If I had fucking friends, I wouldn't be playing video games. Like,
right.
Like the fuck? I go outside and play with my friends.
Right. Do something else,
Yeah.
Oh,
give all these people my phone number and shit. Fuck.
Right. Oh shit. Well, I got no more video game news. I guess we move on to the next part of the podcast.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. All right, so like I said, this is Comic Book Bullies, where we talk about the comic books, and I guess I can start off. I guess I start off first.
Sure. This is where everyone checks out. So
not
y'all.
Oh, they already checked out. I think
Gomer might lay around until he finds out.
Nah, Gomer's gonna be out too.
We didn't read any X-Men. I didn't read any X-Men this week.
Yeah, he was like, man, fuck this shit. We go to your podcast to listen to X-Men. Oh, anyway, so let's go ahead and do Infinite Frontier number 0.
I did not read this either.
I figured you didn't. All right. I should have took your advice. Anyway, so what we're doing now is, let's see. So basically how the book starts off is that Wonder Woman is not a god now. She is God tier. Not like a god like she's been before, like a god. She's got all infinite powers and shit like that. She like floating around the cosmos. She saw the beginning of the Big Bang and she just walking around and shit. You're like, ooh, this is cool. Watching the universe getting formed. And then she gets, she runs into the quintessence. I forgot who each individual member is. I read this shit back in whatever the fuck. I know you got Spectre, you got Ganthet, Phantom Stranger. I think that's Zeus or somebody. And I think the other guy is, fuck it, I don't know. Anyway, they're here and they offer Wonder Woman a place into their, a spot on their roster. She like, Wonder Woman, be with one of us and be with the gods, stuff like that. And she was like, no, I can't be with you guys because the Batman Who Laughs told me if we reform the universe, there's going to be this huge evil that is going to come and it's going to be real bad for all of us. So I got to find out what this evil is. And the gods are telling her, nah, we seen the end of the universe. Nothing's going to happen. She's like, okay, well, prove it. And she makes she makes the Spectre walk her through all of the, what the Justice League are doing right now, like the individual members of Justice League doing. And that's basically what this book is. So the Spectre walks her through, like he normally does and shit. And that's what the book is. The book is basically like a preview of what everybody is doing. It's basically like, but we already know what they're doing because we saw Future State. But anyway, let's get to the Superman shit. I'm gonna just hit like the high points of it. The Superman comes down, and these people were calling him for help. When he gets down there, the monster that was threatening everybody has already got the shit beat out of him. Everybody's already been saved. And everybody's like, Superman, well, you late. What the dude that saved us already flew off. You're like, who saved you? The dude that's got the same powers as you, but got lightning and shit. You're like, oh, Shazam? No, not Shazam. This guy. You're like, oh. And it's Black Adam. Black Adam was the one that came down, beat the shit out that monster, saved the people, rescued the people from the building, and then flew off. And they all took pictures of him. So they're like, wait, Black Adam's a good guy now? So that's what they think. We know he is because Bendis is taking over the Justice League, and Black Adam is one of his members. Moving on past that. Some other bullshit. Oh, Bane's dead. So, yeah. And Arkham Asylum burned down. Looked like some Joker shit, but we don't.
Okay, yeah. I was wondering what happened to Mark. Okay, because I read the new Batman, and yeah, Arkham Asylum's all fucked up.
Yeah, this happens in this book. So Bane's dead. Arkham Asylum is burned down to the ground. And get the Batgirl, shit like that. Other shit happens. A cool panel of Batman. Oh yeah, the Themyscira. Since everybody thinks Wonder Woman is dead because she's not dead, but she's one of the gods now. So what they did is that they, Hippolyta is going to take her place in man's world. And she made Nubia the new queen of the Amazons. And she said, while I'm out there, I'm going to find out about this Yara Flora and see what the hell going on with her. Don't care about Yara Flora. CW passed on the show, so I'm pretty sure she's not going to be a thing anymore. Doesn't matter. This is a pretty cool panel right here. Okay, so all this shit right here. So Alan Scott. Where's the panel? Here's the panel. Boom! Alan Scott is gay. We knew that back in 2011. But here's the thing. DC did a thing back in 2011 when he announced he was gay. They were like, since he's gay, his kids had to be retconned because gay people can't have kids. But apparently somebody told him, gay people can have kids. So they brought his kids back. So he's gay. He's got his kids. Happy ending. Whatever. Titans recruiting people. That's what happened in Future State with them. Shit's all get fucked up. You got that red ghost, red whatever. I didn't watch that Teen Titans cartoon, but whatever. Superboy is fucking up. Yeah, whatever. Another cool panel that pops up, but not with them. Green Arrow, who gives a shit? Stargirl, who gives a shit? There's a lot of shit I just don't care about. Batman. Oh, okay. So they talk about the Magistrate, and the Magistrate is started by a guy named Simon Saint. Does that sound familiar?
He was in the new Okay, yeah, he was in the new Batman.
Okay, so Simon Saint is the guy that creates the Magistrate. Like he said. Yeah. Because this is the beginning of it, he's saying like they won't know what's gonna hit him with my Magistrate plan. Isn't that right? And then you go to it, and boom, Scarecrow is the other guy he's talking to. He's like, yeah.
Okay, so he's in. Okay, yep. Okay, this is making more sense.
So all this tracks. Okay, cool.
Yeah, this leads into the Batman book. Yeah.
Okay, because I didn't read the Batman book, so yeah. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. So Simon State and Scarecrow, because like I said, Scarecrow was in Future State, torturing Harley Quinn and shit like that. So Green Lantern never gave a shit. Move on past that. Even though it's an all-black team. So I'm like, never. I might.
You don't give a shit?
I might give a shit. Because the writer's black too, so they making me want to give a shit. Wally West's new Flash, because Barry Allen is going to be the Flash of the multiverse, so he's going to be the Flash of the main universe. Blah blah blah. I don't care. And they walk in, and Wonder Woman just like, well, everything seems okay. She like, so the gods are asking her, so Wonder Woman, will you join our Legion and Quintessence? And she's like, nah. Since you said everything's safe, I'm gonna just turn into Wonder Woman and just do Wonder Woman shit. I'm gonna be Wonder Woman of the cosmos, and then be the Wonder Woman of the infinite frontier. And you got this big splash page, blah blah blah, like that. And they were like, cool. So there are two universes that they don't know about. One of the worlds they call Elseworld, and the other world they didn't explain what it was, but they're saying what it is now. They call it Omega World or Omega Earth, something like that. So they go visit there to make sure, because they have a person trapped there. And as long as he's trapped, we're good. But guess what? Boom, the quintessence die. All of them. So who's powerful enough to kill all of the quintessence? Boom. There's only one person
Batman
that can
who
do
laughs.
it. Not Batman who laughs. Darkseid is.
Oh.
The end. So, but this is Uber Darkseid. This ain't just Darkseid. This is the Darkseid. Because here's the thing about Darkseid. Every Darkseid we've ever seen before has been an avatar of the main Darkseid. So so every time Superman fights, it's not that Darkseid. It's like a version of Darkseid. But this is the Darkseid. Like the one nobody can fuck with. If he can kill all the guys just like that, like it's nothing, then that's it. It worked well with some of the other books like Arkham Joker, Gas Thing was in Suicide. Yeah. And that's the thing. I feel like this book should have came before Future State. Because I think Future State was too confusing. But if you put this out first, we would have had a roadmap. Would have been like, okay, I know you're going. But anyway, this book was a waste of time. All it was telling us shit we pretty much already know, because Future State already told us the whole future. So there was no reason for this to exist, but it exists. So
it's a number 0.
But number 1 comes out in July. So get ready. All right. So what you got?
Well, I also do. I'll do Batman.
Cool. Batman
106. So back to Tiny Instant. Yeah, Future State is done. Is that what it's called? Future State.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So that's done, and now we're back to our regularly scheduled program.
That was a fucking waste of time.
So we got Batman. It's broke Bat. We're back to broke Batman. You know, Bruce Wayne got no money. He's living in a middle class brownstone. But he doesn't have all the high tech shit that he used to have. He's rolling it around.
His broke is not our broke, so yeah.
Yeah. His broke ain't our broke, but his Batman broke. So he doesn't have a regular. He's got like a regular old car as a Batmobile. You know, so him and Ghostmaker, remember the villain of the last story arc is now his buddy now, and they're working together. Ghostmaker is not allowed to kill or maim anybody, you know, if he's going to work with Batman in Gotham City, so he's not allowed to kill
make
anybody.
His name pointless though.
Yeah. So, but they're after these criminals called the what are they called now? They're this new gang of the Unsane Clown Posse. I don't know.
The Juggalos.
Something like that. Unsane Collective or something like that. Unsanity Collective or something like that. They're going around stealing art and shit from all these rich folks. So that's happening. Then you got this Simon Says guy. What's his name? Simon
Simon Saint.
Saint, yeah. Simon Saint. Yeah. He's coming to Gotham, introducing the magistrate to Mayor Nakano, who, you know, we know was a strong anti-vigilante guy, you know, and
anti-masker,
yes. And here's this guy, this Simon Saint, this, you know, billionaire tech mogul who's like, okay, you need a new police force in Gotham. Here you go. These robot magistrate shit. And then Ghost Rider. Scarecrow shows up and he's in league with somebody. Scarecrow's doing some shit. In fact, the book starts out where Scarecrow has Batman all tied up and shit, and he's fucking with Batman. And then we get to the flashback. You know, so still it's cool. You know, we're back on track. I like Ghostmaker and Batman's dynamic. You know, Ghostmaker's breaking Batman's balls all the time and shit. It's funny. Seeing Batman sort of slumming it, you know. He's got neighbors all of a sudden. People are complaining. His neighbors are complaining about Bruce Wayne and shit, you know. So that's pretty funny. But yeah, you know. Oh, and then we got a preview of the new Robin book, which is going to be written by Joshua Williamson.
Nice. Okay.
So Damian, as you remember, you know, Damian left the Teen Titans and he quit being he quit being Robin, he said,
Right.
"Fuck Bruce Wayne, I'm gonna go do my own thing." He goes back to the League of Assassins and finds his mama, and
Okay.
it's funny because he comes back and he's talking all this shit about Batman. Yeah, Batman ain't shit. Blah blah, rich asshole. Fuck him. Blah 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 blah. And Talia's just like, "Oh really? Well, here you are, crying back to mommy." And then a bunch of ninjas show up, and they're like, "Hey, Damien's like, oh, I thought these were your guys, your guards. That's why I didn't do anything." And Talia's like, "Oh, I thought they were with you. That's why I didn't do anything." So then they start fighting these ninjas, and they turn out to be the League of Lazarus.
You know what? Yeah, I think that was a thing. Like during Bendis run and Superman, they did get split up.
Yeah.
Like
the League.
faction.
Yeah, the League of Lazarus, and they're after Demon Blood. And then the last panel, it shows one of them's got a knife to Talia's throat, and it just says "to be continued."
Ooh.
So I thought that was pretty cool. So this is gonna be continued in detective. So cool. I'm on board for that. So yeah, I mean, this is a 4 out of 5. Back to Batman shit, regular Batman shit. Oh, and then I also read the Batman Second Son, Chapter 2, and it just shows Jace coming back home and meeting with the family and shit. And there's some tiffs going on. We get to see a little bit of Luke Fox as as Nightwing, foiling a crime.
Batwing.
Yeah. What did I say? Yeah. Nightwing? Batwing. Yeah, sorry, Batwing. Yeah. Luke Fox is Batwing, foiling a crime and shit. And then the Gotham City police are like, "Hey, man, we don't allow that anymore, blah, 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 blah." And then, Jace comes back home, and everyone's kind of shitty to him, except his sister. And, so family drama.
She hasn't OD'd yet, right?
No, she's still here.
Okay.
So, 3 out of 5. So that was my Batman minute, the 2 Batman books that I read.
Cool. All right. So, let's see the next one I'm going to do. Next one I'm going to do, I want to see if I can remember everything that happened in this book. I'm going to do Avengers number, what is this, 43, I think? Nope, not that one. I'm just picking stuff now.
Oh, I didn't read Hellions yet.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, well, we'll scratch it off the list. Okay, so Avengers 43 is what we're talking about. Okay, so the book basically starts off with Wolverine versus Black Panther. That's the book because getting everybody caught up what's going on.
Oh, that's right. I was reading about they're fighting over the Phoenix Force.
Right. I thought they were fighting over Storm. That's what I was thinking.
I was reading these because fucking Echo and fucking American Eagle, the natives were fighting, and of course they lost. So
they lost. Yeah, they're out. They got their ass kicked. So, oh man. So now it's like down to like the final 8 or the Sweet 16, whatever you want to call it, March Madness. So yeah, this just all out fight. Basically, what's happening right now is that Black Panther and Wolverine are fighting it over. Trying to see who's going to get the Phoenix Force, and basically, they trying to make this thing between adamantium versus vibranium. He was like, give it up to T'Challa. You can never beat vibranium. You can never beat adamantium. And then T'Challa telling him, well, you can never beat. Then he just does his Black Panther shit. He was like, well, your adamantium can't keep up with my vibranium because adamantium, all the shit you can do with adamantium, make some swords, make some stones, make some hard metal. Yeah, that's all they built with it. I built a nation off my vibranium. Anyway, Black Panther beats the shit out of Wolverine. Just goes to work on him. Even to the point where Wolverine thinks he has a shot on him. And then he's got him, pulls his blades out, like, yield, or I'm going to put my third blade through your chin. He like, do it. I'm going to block it anyway. Like, block it how? With my teeth. I was like, yeah. So he's got like a vibranium grill or some shit. I don't know.
Well, wouldn't the blade like go through his chin first?
That's what I think, but it's Black Panther, so you really don't know. It might not. So he doing all that shit. He was just like, all that metal that you got in your Wolverine, you mostly protect it, except for you got one major weak spot. Boom, kicks him in the nuts. He got stars going around like in Street Fighter and shit. And then Black Panther goes to work on it like, I'm sorry, Wolverine. When this shit is over with, I'm gonna give you Wakanda's finest liquor and I'm gonna send it to Krakoa. So I'm sorry for that punch and this punch And that punch, it just goes to work on him, you know. And it's pretty much over for Wolverine. And there's some more fights. I don't give a shit about the other one. She-Hulk versus Valkyrie. Valkyrie wins. Red Widow versus Black Knight. Red Widow wins. What do we got here? Blade versus. Does he bleed both of them? Yeah. Is that Namor? No, that's Blade.
Oh, who is that? Is that?
That's that's American Eagle. Yeah.
American Eagle. Oh, he's still in there then.
For now.
For now.
For now. He won't last much longer. Because I don't see him at the end. Anyway, you got all this shit going on in the background. Blade. Or they might not even be in the fight and just doing some other shit. Oh, and did you get the big revelation?
No.
That Thor just found out the Phoenix is his mother.
I remember that. Yes, I remember. I told you that like a couple weeks ago.
You did. I know I heard it from somewhere. I didn't know where I heard it from.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember that. Yeah.
All right, so he's doing the whole Luke Skywalker. That's not true. That's not possible. You know. So all the Ghost Rider. Yeah, that's what's going on. So all these other people are on the outside of the Phoenix trying to stop the Phoenix and shit like that. And Thor's trying to attack the Phoenix. You're not my mother. Yes, I am. Search your feelings. You know this to be true. You know, all this shit. Anyway, fuck all that. What do we got here?
Look at this rack, son.
Right. I want to bang you. You can't be my mother. You know. And then Captain America and Namor having a little chit chat, and Captain America's just like, Namor, I know you want the Phoenix Force, but you know if it keeps going down this road, you're gonna be ready to kill me. And you know because Namor, you know, Captain America is the only human that Namor respects. He's like, look, Cap, I know we used to run together in World War II and all this shit like that, but if it comes down to protecting Atlantis or your life, it's no competition. You won't last, you know. And then Shauna the She-Devil show up. This is not that Bond girl, the one that died twice. What's her name?
Oh, Tanya Roberts.
Tanya Roberts, right? It's not her. That's Sheena. This is Shayna, or she was Shayna, and this is Sheena. Either way, not the same person. She got this big Thundercat, whatever. So these are the last. This is it. This is the whole people right here. So whoever wins is like two. Is one person. Yeah, and She-Hulk. Yeah. So these are the last people that's left. You know, I guess they fighting in Mother Russia. You got them fighting in, I don't know, Seattle. And then Captain America is just like, so I guess I can't tuck you out of this, can I? He's like, nah, you can't. And then boom, it's T'Challa. So that's the next fight coming up. So Black Panther versus Captain America.
Because when I was reading, they were like, we got to decide who should have it. They were saying we shouldn't fight for it or fight over it. We should decide who should have it.
I'm pretty sure that's thrown out the window now.
They're
like, fuck that. Yeah.
The vibranium grill.
Vibranium grill. I guess that's what he did. So yeah. So overall, cool. This is just some old Mortal Kombat Ten of Swords. The shit Ten of Swords should have been. Honestly, I have no idea what's been going on. So I just pick it up because a bunch of superheroes beating the shit at each other. But the thing is, the Phoenix Force make it interesting because the Phoenix Force put everybody on the same level. Normally, a Captain America versus Doctor Doom fight wouldn't last very long. But since they're both Phoenixed up, it's a fair fight, you know. So it's cool. 4/5. It's just fun reading. You know, this Black Panther Captain America shit is gonna have the internet going nuts. This doesn't seem to be the only book that like the mainstream nerds have gotten a hold of. Like they don't know the book, but they do share scans and shit from this. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at that. So this Captain America Black Panther fight. This is Jason Aaron going all out like, I'm giving you what you want. You know. Yeah. Black Panther better win though. Black Panther month was last week, so so what you got next?
Should I do the Star Wars books now? My two Star Wars books.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Okay, Star Wars High Republic number 3. So this is the new Star Wars mythos. 200 years before the Skywalker saga, we have the High Republic era. The Republic put out this space station this is before the Outer Rim territories were settled or colonized, so to speak. They put out this giant space station called Starlight Beacon, which is supposed to serve as a waypoint, for the outlying frontier of the galaxy. Basically what's happening in this, there's these pirates, these space pirates called the Nile, and they've been going around making raids and ripping people off. They raided a Hut ship and made off with the ingredients. Now they're making Bacta, which is that medical medicine that appears in like Empire Strikes Back. That's what Luke is floating in.
Where he was that bath he was floating in.
Yeah, it's the Bacta tank. This is Bacta has not been invented yet, but it's now just being discovered. And one of the ingredients was being smuggled by this Hut, and the space pirates came and took it. So the Jedi are investigating. It leads them to this planet where that ingredient originated from. And in the last issue, there's these Jedi twins that share like a mind link. One of them got kidnapped and they didn't know where he went. This one picks up, where's this the twin kid? And of course the twins, they got the mind meld where they can feel each other's feelings and shit. He's going crazy, like, oh, what's his face? Something's happening to my brother. So then they go down to investigate. They can't find him. But what's her name? Keen? This new Jedi. She just got promoted to Jedi Knight. She was a Padawan. Is her name Keen or Chris? No, Keen. I think that's her name. She goes and finds her and this little kid from the planet find this pit. And they go down into it, and then they find this monster, some dark side force monster. It looks like Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors and shit.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So that thing took the Jedi twin, and also like it's been killing people. But it also like gets into their head, so it's like strong in the dark side. And also Master Skier. So we're continuing on Master Skier. He's actually a character from that novel, The Light of the Jedi. He's like a Trandoshan. He was Keen's master, and he has been going crazy. He's going towards the dark side. He's becoming evil. In that novel, he loses his arm in the battle. He loses an arm. Of course, he's a lizard. He can grow it back, but he's pissed off, and he's going towards the dark side. That's where we're headed. So he is like he's all going crazy and shit. So him and the Avar Chris, who's like the Professor X, she's dope. She's like the main Jedi. She's like Yoda, only 200 years ago. She can like do this. She could connect all the Jedi through like a mind meld, like kind of, how a Cerebro, how Professor X could get in everybody's heads. Well, she can do that, Anyways, they go down and fight the monster, and then she splits it in two. It's pretty cool. She like cuts it down the fucking middle and shit,
Nice.
And they're like, this place is like heavy in the dark side. It's influencing everybody. But then the monster splits into two, and then it's taking over Master Skier. So it's now two monsters, and the Jedi Master is like totally under the dark side influence, and it just says to be continued.
Nice. Okay.
So, pretty cool. I give it 4 out of 5. I mean, now that I read that book, I'm getting a lot of more of the references and shit, because there's a lot of characters, a lot of new characters, and now I feel like I understand it a little more. The comic makes a lot more sense. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
come together. Okay.
Yeah. And then I read the Star Wars Adventures High Republic from IDW, and that has so in the novel Light of the Jedi, that's what we were introduced to the world, and the Nile, they created this disaster called the Emergence. They collided with a giant ship through hyperspace. And this caused basically an asteroid storm. A ship blew up in hyperspace, and the fragments of the ship are being shot through the galaxy, and whatever it collides with, it destroys. So it's colliding with moons, it's colliding with planets, and it's just destroying planets. It's destroying planets, killing billions of people. And the Jedi, that's what the first book is about, them trying to stop this great disaster and rescue people and all that. So this IDW book is taking place while the novel is going on. And in that story, Yoda has a bunch of young Padawans on this planet trying to save everybody while all these fragments of the ship are, crashing into it. There's this one little Jedi. They're on this planet where Jedi and magic are like outlawed. And this little girl, she is force sensitive, but she's been hiding it because she doesn't want to get in trouble and shit. But then this, the Jedi come and they're rescuing everybody. The Nile show up and they're all fighting. And this little girl, figures out how to use some force powers. She's pushing shit. And basically, helps the Jedi save the planet. And they're like, hey, you know what? You need to come back to Starlight Beacon with us because you're obviously strong in the Force and we'll teach you. And that's kind of where it ends, So it was pretty cool. Another little, this is all new shit. That's what I like about it. It's like we're getting out of the Skywalker saga. This is all new. Other than Yoda, it's all new characters and shit, So yeah, another 4 out of 5. And I'm really digging the art in this IDW book. I think I mentioned that before. Usually the IDW books are more cartoony, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
A little more lighthearted. This is actually kind of cool. The art in this is little kind of sweet,
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay.
So yeah, it's not 4 out of 5. So I'm digging this High Republic shit. So, yeah, my Star Wars minute.
Nice. All right. So here's the thing, Eli. You always love talking about the stuff you like, your fandom. You talk about Star Wars, talk about Aliens, talk about Predator, talk about Terminator. And I'm like, damn, you always having fun on this podcast. Why can't I have some fun on this podcast? So this week, I'm going to have some fun on this podcast.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So if I can find it, let me see if I can zoom in. Okay. Anyway, the book I'm going to do this week is James Bond. Number 1. I know I tried this before. And I completely was pissed off that I went this route. But I decided to go ahead and give it another try. I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it one more try to see. I was pissed off because I bought a James Bond book and James Bond didn't even show up in it. But this time, he's in it. It's a completely new arc. And actually, I'm going to say the whole name of the book. The name of the book is James Bond, Agent of Spectre. I was like, oh, he joins the bad guys. He does a Hail Hydra move. Okay, let's see where the story goes. All right. So, let's see where the story goes. So the book starts off with, let's see, there we go. All right, so the book starts off, did I get it? I'm not there. Anyway. The book starts off anyway with him fighting this guy named Winstone. So the guy he fights name is Winstone, and he's on this boat in the middle of the English Channel. And so when he's in the middle of the English Channel, he's telling Winstone, they can't protect you. Let me know. I can save you. I can protect you from them. You're like, no, you can't protect me. They're gonna kill you just like they fought you last time. He referenced some other book that they did before called, I can't remember what it's called though. Iladon, something like that. So whatever it's called. So he fights them. And they're shooting it at each other, and he goes in the bottom of the ferry. And at the bottom of the ferry he has this lighter that he's about to like blow up the entire ferry. He like either leave me alone, I'm gonna blow up everything and kill everybody at the same time. He's like, nah, you don't want to do that. You want to talk it out with me. He was like, okay, well let's go ahead and talk. So while they sit there and talk, there we go. Okay, so while they sit there and talk, he pours gasoline on the cars at the bottom of inside the boat. And Bond is just like, look, I'm putting my gun down. And he was like, hand me the briefcase. He's like, okay, here's the briefcase. And when he hands over the briefcase, he realized there's some gasoline on his shirt. So he grabs his hand and makes him burn his own shirt, burns his line. But before the fire can catch on to the cars, which put the gasoline on, Bond grabs it, boom, puts it together. But the guy's still on fire, so he puts him in the river. And then while the guy has the gun on him, he shoots Bond underwater. But of course, bullets don't fly like that underwater, and it just drops to the bottom. Bond like, hey, behind you. And he turns around and he gets sucked into the whirlpool. So that's it. So back in MI6, it kept playing through my head the whole time through that, So also, so we go back to MI6, and he's talking to M. So M is black this time around in this universe. I don't know.
Is Christopher Priest writing this?
He's not. I don't know who's. Oh, I do know who's writing this. Christoph Gage is writing this. Some dude that used to write for Marvel, but he's writing this now. Moneypenny is black in the movies. She's black here. Moneypenny is M is not black in the movies, but he's black here. You know, he's not even black.
Well,
He's
M died like a couple movies ago, didn't she?
It's always a new M.
Okay. And
It's always when one M dies, another M shows up. Blah,
Did I
blah,
see
blah.
the new James Bond movie?
There's a new Ray Fiennes is the new M. They replaced that M in that movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did see that then. Yeah.
Yeah. So they figured all of that. Oh, I do want to tell you this also. Not only did everybody have characterization, notice how Bond looks. Bond does not look like a runway model, anything like that. He actually has a scar on his cheek. Now, the scar on his cheek, that's actually from the novels, the original Ian Fleming novel. That's how he described Bond. He said Bond is not some runway model.
He's looking kind of Lazenby, I'm thinking.
Lazenby, yeah. He's not
Pierce
the prettiest
Brosnan,
looking dude.
yeah.
Not the prettiest looking dude. But the scar on his cheek, that's from the novel. We don't know where the scar came from. He just always had it. So he looks like he's supposed to look in the original source material. Moneypenny is basically, they took the briefcase that they got from the dude named Winstone, and they're deciphering the codes that he got. And what they're saying is that there's supposed to be this meeting with this guy tonight with number one of Spectre with the MI6 agent. They're like, oh, okay, so we have a mole in there. So that's why M is like, nobody can know what's going on in this room except us right now. And matter of fact, we know who number one of Spectre is, and it's Ernst Stavros Blofeld. Now, I do want to let you know this. Ernst Stavros Blofeld is Bond's Lex Luthor. That's his Joker and also like that. He's the only guy that Bond had to fight more than twice because, Bond is like Punisher. He kills his guys. And this is what he looked like in the movies, but of course, petting Mr. Bigglesworth, and that's where Dr. Evil came from. But in the novel, he looks more like Kingpin. That's how he's described. Super genius, big bodybuilder, buff, all this stuff like that. Hold on, let's see what we got. The new Bond premise is very fun. It is. I get to it because I don't know how I feel yet, but so far so good. All right. So the thing is, Ernst Stavros Blofeld has.
Agent of Spectre. Okay.
Agent Spectre.
I just saw the title.
Yeah, Spectre. That's where Hydra, AIM, Cobra. That's where they all came from. So yeah. So they don't know. So the thing is, they know Blofeld is number one of Spectre. So they know whoever's meeting tonight, he's going to find him. And they said this is the first they never met before. He's telling them he kills his bad guys, not with sharks with lasers on their heads. No, he cuts their heads off. That's how he kills them anytime somebody fails him in his organization. So what they're going to do, they know where he's going to be tonight, and they say he's supposed to be meeting an MI6 agent tonight. So since they can't trust anybody, M tells Bond, I'm going to give you an official mission to go to Bolivia or some shit like that. But what you really doing, you're going to go to Paris, and you're going to interrupt that meeting. Now, I would prefer you bring back that mole MI6 agent alive. But if you can't, I'm not going to cry about it. But Blofeld, on the other hand, you got a license to kill. I want to make sure you use it. So he goes to Paris. You hear the James Bond theme going on like that. He's all, Metal Geared out. He's spying and shit like that. He's got akimbo guns, bust through the gore. But they're not expecting them. They're sitting there playing cards. Nobody's there except a bunch of, Spectre henchmen. Bond, bam, bam, takes two guys out. They never give us this in the movie, Eli. They never give us in the movie.
The blood, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And they're just sitting there playing cards and shit like that. He got two pistols. So he knows Blofeld is here, but he's like, it's weird. There's supposed to be a meeting going on, but there's no food, there's no drinks. These dudes were just chilling, playing cards. So he kicks at the door. Blofeld, I know you're here. Where are you? And boom, Blofeld is right behind him. So that's Blofeld. Not Dr. Evil, some Bane Kingpin looking motherfucker. Choking the shit out of Bond. And then Bond is, punching the shit out of him, but nothing is working. Blofield's overpower him, throws him across the room, and picks up Bond's gun. He got him. He's done. But Blofeld tells him, look, if I want to kill you, you'd be dead by now. So I really brought you here to talk. That rogue MI6 agent I was talking about is you. You're like, but Bond can't do anything because he realized the dude has a gun on him. He's bigger than him, but he gives him back the gun. And he tells him what the reason why he brought him here. Spectre is is having a civil war right now. Some girl named Tatiana Jones has usurped him, and she's taking like this side of Spectre over here. Meanwhile, Blofeld has his side of Spectre over here. So there's a civil war going on, and Blofeld's basically telling him, Bond, I need you to kill her. I need you to take her out. I can't do it because if I'm seen doing it in the light, it's going to make my own people turn on me because we're not supposed to make, open attacks on each other. But if I send a third party, they won't know it's me. And he's just like, okay, why should I give a shit why any of this is going on? I'm here to kill you anyway. He's like, no, because you need to do that, because if you don't take her out, then it's going to be a civil war where a lot of dead people are going to get killed. The economy could crash. People are going to go at each other. So you need to take her out so I can unite Spectre so it won't be so out of control like it was before. He was like, no, I really don't care. He was like, well, maybe you should, because I have Felix Leiter under surveillance right now. Now, the reason Felix Leiter has a claw hand is because in the novel Live and Let Die, one of the Bond villains fed him to a shark. It also happened in License to Kill. Same thing, they took it from the novel.
There was blood in that. Didn't he have is that the one where he had like the saw blade on his wristwatch or some shit?
No, that was Live and Let Die, the novel, but in the License to Kill movie, that's where that scene took place. So that was like in the 80s, But anyway, he's got him on surveillance. He was like, if you don't do what I'm going to do, I'm going to kill Felix. He was like, I don't care, kill him. He was like, you do care, because I know that you have nobody in your life. Your parents are dead. You have no family members. All these chicks you hooked up with over the years, we know you don't care about them. And we know that you kept your distance, because if you stay with them, they could end up dead. Hell, half of them end up dead anyway just because you're around them. So Felix is the only guy that you even care about in this world. We know that. He's your only friend. And Bond, we both know that living this life, and man, he looks at him like, he was like, Bond, what are you, 40? Something like that. Whatever you are, you look like it. I can tell this life is wearing on you, and I know it's only a matter of time before MI6 puts you, make you retire. That's if you're not killed first. And the problem is with most people that do what we do, they become suicidal when they start realizing all the stuff that they did in the past. And he was like, nah, some people adjust. Some people can make it out alive. He was like, yeah, but what about the people that let their best friend die? You think they make it out alive? So tell you what, Bond, take this chick out, kill her. I'm going to pay you $15 million. You disappear, do whatever you want to, change your life. MI6 never find you. I'll never find you. Do whatever you want to. Donate the money. Do whatever you want to. And if you do that, innocent people won't die. Spectre will be whole again. And everybody's happy. Bond's like, okay, cool. Shakes his hand, his deal. And this is why I call bullshit, Eli. Anyway, to be continued. This is why I call bullshit. Because Bond would never do this. Bond, it's just like Captain America joining Hydra. He would never do this. Because there's one thing Bond loves, and it's, his country. Pussy and his country. Queen and pussy. That's it. That's the only thing he cares about. Because if Bond even caught another MI6 agent doing what he just did, he would have shot him. So I don't get it. I don't know. Let's see.
Cliff's in the house.
Oh, Cliff's in the house.
Cliff.
Out of here, Cliff. What's going on? Okay. So that's my only thing. It is a cool premise, but it takes a leap of logic, because up until that point, it does some shit that I know for a fact James Bond wouldn't do. He wouldn't, just like Captain America wouldn't join Hydra, he wouldn't join Spectre. G.I. Joe, whoever the main guy there, wouldn't join Cobra. Or maybe he did. I don't know. I don't read G.I. Joe. But still, that's my only thing with that one. But maybe it's still an interesting premise. Depending on how the story goes, I'll stay with it. Because up to that point, I was enjoying the story. I was like, okay, this feels like a Bond thing. Way better than that other bullshit I read before. So, yeah. Overall, 4 out of 5. I get a 4 out of 5 for this one.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
But and that I'm booked out. So.
Okay. Well, I got. Shit. I was gonna.
I know he did, Gomer. I know he did.
What?
He literally joined Hydra once.
Should I do Nocterra?
Yeah, go ahead.
So this
I was hoping you do the one that we were talking about.
Oh, Berserker. You want to do Berserker?
No, do the Nocturna.
Nocterra.
Yeah, you can do that one next.
Okay, so this is Scott Snyder's new book with Tony S. Daniels. So the art is dope. Mm-hmm. It's the new creative owned on Image, so it's not, there's no Batman or nobody's in this. So this is like in the future, the sun went black, and it's like an endless night on Earth. This chick, I forget her name. She's like a truck driver. Yeah, this was pretty cool. She's like this chick. She's like a truck driver, and she's hauling people to like this light city. So the world's in black, the world's totally in darkness. What? It's saying Eli would join Machine Gun Kelly. I don't even know what that is.
Eli would. You don't know MGK?
The one rapper guy?
Yeah.
The guy, he's a white rapper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Battle Eminem a couple years ago.
Oh no. Yeah. I guess yeah. If we're saying yeah, I would not join. Yeah. It's that yeah, okay. I'm just now getting it.
McFly.
Yeah. Okay, so now in this world of total darkness, any living thing that's out in the dark for too long becomes like these monsters, and they're just like invading the earth, right? So the chick is driving a truck full of people to like this light bulb city, because they got to keep everything lit, to keep the monsters away. She meets like this old man who's like, "Hey, I need you to take me to the city. And I'll pay you blah, 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 to take me and shit." And then she's like, "Okay, I'll take you." But meanwhile, there's this like shadow guy. He's like totally in the shadows. But it turns out that's what he is. He's not just in the shadows. They're not hiding who he is. He literally just looks like that. Just totally shadow guy, And he's saying, "I'm going to," and he can he's got this gnarly power where he like touches you and burns your face and shit. He's got like nano, there's some science, weird Scott Snyder science shit that explains his powers and shit, but I don't, whatever, and he's like, "Okay, I got to go kill that old man because he's the one who killed the son." And that's where it says to be continued. And this is, dude looking all gnarly and shit at the end. So, and there's some shit about her brother, her. So if you get infected with the darkness, you you start like your hands start turning or like your gums start turning black, and you have like only so much time. Like you can go on dialysis to cure yourself, but if not, then you're just going to turn into like a dark monster. There's that going on. But other than that, this is pretty cool. He lays out everything, like the whole world. He explains the whole world, how everything works, the science behind everything, in this first issue. And I'm like, cool, without being too Ta-Nehisi Coates with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Balances it, it's just Scott Snyder, because Scott Snyder is a comic book writer. He just introduces this world, lets us know what's up. We even get a cool action scene where, the truck, the monsters are attacking the truck and she's got to kill them and shit, so pretty cool. 4 out of 5. I'll check out the next one. So, yeah.
Cool. Right.
And then the last book I got was that BRZRKR, the Keanu Reeves book.
Okay, we need to set this up. This is Keanu Reeves' first comic that he's writing. Look, this is next movie. We know what this is.
With Matt Kint, whoever that is.
Yeah. So some guy. So
yeah, it's basically it's like Highlander. Kind of like Highlander. He's like an
I was
immortal.
hoping you break this down to me. Because I kind of what's going on, but I was just like, is there something I'm missing or something?
Well, it's like he's a mercenary. So he's a soldier, some kind of merc who goes into some country and with his bare fucking hands takes out everybody. He's ripping out hearts, punching people's jaws off, ripping off heads, tearing out throats. Does he like bite somebody? Yeah, he like rips out somebody's rib and like stabs them in the neck with their own rib.
Wait, no, he stabbed another guy with the other guy's rib.
Yeah, this is like just total gory. I mean, I loved it. I thought this was ill as fuck.
I can't even show. I'm not even going to show most of the comic because it just gets wow. It's
he's just like with his bare hands, just single-handedly takes out this armada by himself, chasing some war criminal or somebody. Kills him.
He's trying to kill the president.
Whoever,
whatever bullshit country this is.
Yeah, whatever country it's been taken over, and he's got to go get the warlord, and he does. Even blows up the plane. He like takes the plane down, blows up with the plane, and then he's all, and then like beats the shit out of the president, rips out his heart, and then they take him back to the lab and they repair him, kind of like Bloodshot, I guess. And then
I thought like nanobites or some shit, I guess.
Yeah, and then it turns out I guess they're suggesting that he's like immortal, that he's been doing this for hundreds of years, because like at the end,
no, thousands.
Yeah, at the end he was like some caveman or something, like he was alive.
Like he was a caveman like 85,000 years ago. Like he remembers the Black Death and all this stuff. So.
Yeah, so he's been alive this whole time, and so he's talking to the doctor, and he's like, "Yeah, so finally give me a way so I can finally die." And that's kind of
like Wolverine, you know.
Yeah. That's all it is. It's Keanu Reeves as Wolverine, Highlander. Fucking yeah. I thought it was dope.
I do like the little shout out they gave, because at the beginning of it, they do have Berserker sitting on it. Like I said, we don't know the guy's name. We just know we just call him Berserker. But he's sitting on the bench, but it's actually a nod to the Keanu meme.
Oh, yeah.
Keanu's sitting on the bench, so they threw that stuff in there. So I thought that was pretty cool. Let's see what we got. The struggle of the immortal man style we've seen Vandal Savage, Eternal Warrior, whatever like that. We've seen this so much.
Yeah, you know. But you can't. They ain't gonna rip out hearts and stab people in the fucking neck with rib cages at DC or Marvel. You know,
right?
That's just a kiddie shit. This is for man balls and shit. That's what I loved about it. They went hard. They went ham in this book.
He was punching. He punched the dude jaw off. I was like.
Ripping out hearts and tearing out throats and punching through people and shit. It was dope. Yeah, with his bare hands.
And then the people that were with him were just as ruthless. Like he took the El Presidente's heart out, and it was like a little kid there. He looked at the kid, and then the soldier shot him. He like, no witnesses. I was like, well, damn. Okay.
Yeah. So this is not for kids. You know.
Yeah, it's Bloodshot, but rated R. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Yeah, what Bloodshot should have been, right?
I dug it. You know, taking a break from. It was a nice break from the superhero fare that we usually get. This is
right.
Straight up, ill ass.
Plus, it was an easy breezy week. It was actually like you had to read this twice. Once to enjoy the panel layouts. Just follow the action. Like, don't let the words get in the way of. Just follow the action. Then you have to go back and then read the words and then go back to it and then you put it together, because the words and the panel's doing something different, because it's that woman narrating the whole time. So then you get the complete story of everything that's going on. So you see how tortured this guy is, because he wants to die but don't know how to die. Deadpool. It's Deadpool.
Yeah.
Without the jokes. So yeah. Which was Bloodshot. That's what we said.
But without the guns, because this guy's doing it all with his bare hands.
Right, yeah, like he gets he does have a gun, but he didn't shoot anybody. He just beats people to death with them.
Yeah, he just rips everybody apart, limb from limb.
He actually took a gun and just punched the guy's head in there. I'm like, you could have just shot him, but okay.
Yeah, like fucking punches his guy in the face, and then pulls his fist up, and like the eyeballs stuck to his fist.
Right, and the brains and shit.
Yeah, I was like, this shit's dope.
Oh, like, man.
Yeah, so I was listening to death metal while
I wasn't listening to it, but I heard it. I was like, yeah, this is metal. This is definitely metal, right?
Yeah. So yeah, pretty cool shit. So yeah, I'm booked out.
Okay, so hey, we look like people are still hanging around with us. We didn't run everybody off. Cliff came in at the very last minute. Cliff, make sure you got some fish fry going on. We selling them afterwards. We're gonna give you. We're gonna put advertisement in the Facebook page with your fish. Yeah, like I said, next week they have to follow us. I don't really know what's going on next week, but like I said, the week after I have my assignment, Eli has his assignment. We're gonna just go this route and just meet back up, and then just compare notes, But yeah, like I said, March is gonna be stacked. It's got all kinds of crazy shit going on, so definitely hang around with us until. Hold up, we got one more that just snuck in before we cut this thing off. Let's see.
We should go early, buddy.
Schedule conflict. We have shit to do, so yeah, we try. But until we'll talk. We'll think about it.
I mean, this is an all right time, but everybody's doing shit. Like I said, we went. I couldn't even share the link because Big Willie was doing.
He probably still recording.
like everybody's doing. Yeah.
Yeah, we try to plan around. You going? We were like, well, can we do it at 7? Nah, because going, we're doing it at 7. Let's back it up at 6. Let's do it at 8. Willie performing all day. He's still doing it. So after this, We're gonna go check out Willie's podcast. Until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Same bully time, same bully channel.